at this point I should probably say Sal Plays STO online. As we did the first episode in New Frontiers, the first arc after the end of the Technical War of Future-Proofing. And we are heading back to the Lucari system. Begin Echoes of Light. Right, Drake, let's get to it.
Transferring.
I do like the look of the Lucari planet as well. If you look at the
My dear friend Kamarka, just think about how much I can help.
I try not to think about you at all, Margaret.
oh dear.
If not me, consider my wealth of useful contacts.
Not the point yet.
For what more? I thought I'd seen the last of you. That is to say, we meet again. Oh, come now. I'm sure we've reached an agreement that is to everyone's liking. I'm prepared to offer.
Well, you know, there's no harm in just taking up a Planet King position.
He has been trying to make new trade deals with us since he first visited our system. Oh, everything he tries to sell is either broken or worthless. Thank you. It's good to see you again, and under much better circumstances. You'll be happy to know that our star remains stable. We've not seen any Tholian ships since the incident, thankfully.
That's good.
The decision to explore was somewhat controversial, however. Many Lucari were resistant to the notion. We settled this moon long ago, after we were forced to leave our dying homeworld of Kentar. It was a difficult journey for us. Once we found our new home, no one was very excited about space travel. Still, the exploration initiative passed. Considering my experience, my people have chosen me to command the LSS Concordium. It was an honor I proudly accepted. Our ship is ready to go, and you are. For our maiden voyage, I've chosen a star that is close enough to be within reach, but still just outside the area of space that you've explored, and obviously one that we haven't visited yet. According to your star charts, it's a yellow-white star called 20 Draconis.
Cool.
This isn't over. Believe me, the next deal we make will be on my terms.
Right. Let's get the maiden voyage of the Lucari's first ship.
We've arrived on the outskirts of the system. There's a large field of rocky debris and asteroids. We're picking up various metals and crystalline formations. Should we approach one of the larger asteroids and take some more readings?
Yep. No, this looks like... Let me know stuff. There's it's in a kind of belt in the solar system.
Readings coming in now. Large quantities of silicate, hematite, cadmium, iridium. Crystalline structures appear to be the result of deposits created under a heavy impact. Perhaps this asteroid was part of a larger one that broke up in a collision. Heading deep, sensors are picking up some movement on the far side of the asteroid. Cosmozoids orbiting debris, beautiful. Do you have any information about them? Intriguing. The Gekli communicate using radio waves and feed on... We've adjusted our power systems. I'd like to gather more data on the Gekli before we move on. Any suggestions? An excellent idea. We'll be able to track their movements and learn more about their migratory patterns and feeding habits.
Durable
We'll need to get close in order to attach the tag safely.
Steps into the unknown. You know, it's not like, you know, you're showing the youngster what to do. It's more of a case of watching them
Yeah.
venture out and taking their first steps, but you know, you're there for safety net.
Yes.
Data's coming in from the Gekli. I'd like to expand the number of tagged subjects to optimize data collection. Let's get close enough to slip in with a pod and drop.
Space whales. I wonder if we attach enough thrusters to a certain eastern continent of the United Kingdom, we can truly make space whales.
We're getting close-up readings from all of the creatures.
So I don't think a lot of people will be happy about that.
They're treating us like one of their own. They're trying to talk to us with their radio waves. That was incredible. What a singular experience.
Just thinking, what was that series with Ferbo Man, and he was stopping the volcano while blocking in whales, but people assumed he meant the continent, when actually he was using whales, and he got a lot for it.
I'm not sure, honestly.
It's the comedy superhero series My Hero.
Don't think I've watched it, to be honest.
Please not Channel 4 or something. That one I used to watch Channel 4. There's just nothing on this interesting, but it's just haven't watched it for years.
There are some. There's some kind of subspace shearing here. It's causing cosmic strings to snap off and break up the asteroids. That must be why the Gekli feed here. There's plenty of particulate matter for them to consume in the debris fields. I think we've collected some solid data here. We're ready to move. Sensors are reading a swarm of comets passing by this stellar body. They look to have an orbital period of about 173 of your standard years. I'd like to know if they came from outside of the system and were caught in its gravity, or if they originated here.
Behind, or are they going to follow us? No, they're following us.
This comet is mostly ice and dust. There are indications that the cometary matter formed around a magnetic core. The other comets may be more interesting. Look.
I'll move on to the next one. Oh, I felt the radiation minigame.
The core sample shows signs of magnetic radioactive matter. This comet may have seen some interesting particle fields in it. Holding the comet let us get some detailed readings about its emissions. Based on the structure of its silicate crystals, it's been in a pattern. It picks up energy from its trip near the star, then loses that energy as it loops past the planets. It's like ice melting and refreezing. freezing, but it seems to lose a large quantity of energy all at once near here. I'm not sure why. The radioactivity should be steady. These comets seem to have a long orbit that coincides with the orbit of a Class A planet nearby. I'd like to launch a probe and...
Yeah, go ahead.
Probe data received. The planet is radiating a considerable amount of heat for its size. Nothing our shields can't handle, but I don't see any expeditions to its surface happening anytime soon. Curious. I'm picking up several large, moving sources of energy. Sensors indicate they're a life form of some kind.
Well, guess what we're going to go look at.
The planet is geothermal in nature. Its surface is partially molten. No life forms detected planetside. Then again, it is rather warm down there. There they are. Magnificent, aren't they?
Hello. We haven't seen these things since Encounter at Farpoint.
The creatures are luminescent ovoids? I'm not sure how to describe them. They remind me of an aquatic life form native to Lucari Prime. There are little ones huddling close to the planet's atmosphere. Interesting. These life forms were encountered by the USS Enterprise D on Deneb 4. Someplace called Farpoint Station.
Yes.
They haven't been seen anywhere else since. We shouldn't harm them or their young. Let's transmit a greeting, then beyond. The color display must be a form of communication. I didn't realize that life forms could exist in this fashion, living off the heat of planets, feeding on the particles in space, absorbing radiation from the cosmos. There's so much to see. Let's head to the next planet in the system and see what's there.
So, a risk of getting a copyright strike. And just to quote a certain song, what you see can never be saw, what you do think can never be done. I'll leave the rest of you just finish singing that song in the comfort of your own homes. Safe.
Are you seeing this? My sensors indicate this planet is completely devoid of any organic material. And yet, it has a breathable atmosphere and lies well within the system's habitable zone. I'm picking up residual levels of radiation. Oh my. I believe I know what happened to this world. Some kind of proto-matter wave happened here.
Somehow, even though we haven't been in combat, I've lost to Delta Fire.
Not if you know how to resolve the chaotic turbulence with a tarfine reduction. This was a recent event. Some kind of proto-matter incident happened, and it wiped out all life on the planet. I think we should send an away team down to learn more.
Going down.
Usual setup.
Yep.
Oh, not sure I'll ever get used to transporters. Let's see. Initial scans suggest this area used to be inhabited, but I can't find a single trace of organic matter. None. I see some carvings on those canyon walls.
Right. You know what we need to do? Get out and search. You know, I think that was the first time we've
Well done. You've just jinxed it. Honestly.
What, you think he's going to turn up and be like, I have
Yes, most likely now.
The walls of this canyon were worked by tools. I'm sure of it. Sentient life forms lived here. Until the proto-matter detonation. This pillar here. It seems to be a sign pointing to that canyon. Perhaps a pathway there leads to a settlement of some kind. I'm reading metallic objects there as well.
Although my favourite one, which is
Look, there's some kind of large structure further down the canyon.
If nothing else, it confuses your enemies.
Look at the size of that plaza. These people must have had quite a developed culture. Let's take some readings up there. This looks like a town square or ceremonial center of some kind. I see some murals on the far side of the...
I will catch you up. I'm just quickly doing some trade. I'm quickly accessing my bank.
These murals depict people bringing some objects to this place. Crystals or gems, I believe? They built their settlement around this site. I believe it was a place of great significance to them. This mural depicts the construction of this large structure. I suspect it was a temple or a place of contemplation for the people. The crystals were revered by the locals, perhaps even worshipped by them.
Why isn't that in my bank?
The crystals depicted in this mural appear to be growing for some reason. I wonder if this is a symbolic or literal representation of events. Quite the enigma we found here. I suspect there's more to be found inside. We could probably force it open, but yes, it would be better. These artifacts were used with opposable thumbs and indicate a likely hand span of 22 centimeters. Based on these footprints, these people had a stride that places them at about 1.6 meters on average. The wear patterns here show us that people leaned against here frequently. These relics should be covered with dust and sand, worn away by time and wind. But they're all uncovered. No organic matter left, and everything left behind in its place. Frozen in time, like... Yes, the evidence seems clear. The proto-matter detonation happened only weeks, perhaps even days ago. We're going to need to make an accurate simulation to continue our studies here. I suggest using modified pattern enhancers to do this. Enhancers online. The signal is strong and clear. Two down, two to go. That's three. One more and we'll be ready. That's the last one. All enhancers online and standing by. All right. The enhancers should give us a pretty good image range. Your tricorder can then act as the... That's it! It's working! Well done! Shall we see what secrets this building holds?
That is a 23rd century insignia. What were those cowboys doing violating the Prime Directive figure?
Isn't that the symbol of your Starfleet? How did it get here? How could it be in a temple of people who don't even have electricity, much less space travel? This is getting stranger by the minute.
Oh, don't worry, we have plenty of evidence of Kurt's error. Oh, look.
Those people in the picture, they don't look like the others. What happened here? If Starfleet officers contacted this civilization in the past, why wouldn't you have a record of it? I think the panel on the wall here can be pushed to open something. Those inner doors across from the panel are opening. What is all of this?
Now you got crystals. Or eggs.
According to my tricorder, we've reached ground zero. This is where someone detonated the protomatter bomb. From here, a self-propagating cascade of proto-energy radiated outward in all directions, washing over the entire planet. Doubtful. I believe what did this was built specifically as a weapon. There's no...
Right, let's get us out of here. We've got a mystery on our hands, and another mystery. Mystery 1. Why don't we know about the Federation that visited here? Mystery 2. Who blew it up? And by blew it up, I mean, you know, did a biological cascade that wiped out all organic matter using proto-matter. Not even the weaved baskets survived. So, Drake, your thoughts? Hello, Drake?
Hello.
Oh, were you muted?
No, just sorry, I was temporarily I had to sort something. But yeah, no, are you... It's very curious, how you always love violations of the Prime Directive.
Wait.
Does that read Deep Space K-13?
You're trespassing. I'm claiming this station as salvage, along with everything in it.
You had to jinx it.
Quite the vacation site. Experience life on the final frontier at Modron's K-13. Careful. This old beauty needs some serious repairs. Fair warning. My Nausicaan gods aren't very fond of it.
No, I'll use a regular force field for this.
I'd be happy to sell the pods to you. Consider their living content
Chief Engineer's Log. Supplemental. By my account, we've been hurled back in time to the 16th century. To make matters worse, we're a very long way from the Deneva system. None of our shuttles are warp-capable, and even if we could get to Earth, we'd be in the wrong time. In short, we're stuck. There's nothing to do now but wait and try to conjure up a way to get back to the right time.
The fines for trespassing are quite severe, and I plan on collecting them.
I wonder how long. Well, I wonder how long.
Chief Engineer's Log, March 18th, 1570. Had a discussion this morning with security about our Klingon prisoners in Brig. We can't just leave them locked up, or execute them, or exile them on the planet below. Setting them free isn't a popular notion either. We're still looking for options, but I think the stasis pods we have in medical will come in handy real soon.
Right. I think we need to go and find some space in the closet.
Engineer's Log, April 17th, 1570. Today we visited the planet we're calling Draconis 3 to collect supplies. The good news, there's a humanoid civilization down there. The bad news, a potential Prime Directive violation. Our landing party was seen beaming in by some of the locals. We're hoping that doesn't impact their culture in any way. One thing's for sure, they can't help us go home. Their tech level is Bronze Age at best.
Trying my patience is going to cost you dearly.
What?
Chief Engineer's Log, August 6th, 1570. The Warp Booster Sled project is officially a bust. When we tried to spin up the coils, we couldn't get a stable warp field. Yashvi and Arlington managed to shut it down and stop a breach, but the shuttle's impulse drive is shot. I hate giving up, but we just don't have the parts we need to make it work.
I wonder how long it will abandon this place. Oh wait, that didn't happen.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 26th, 1571. Most of us went into stasis this morning. There weren't enough pods for everyone. 3 of us had to stay awake. We drew lots. Siobhan, Sheridan, and I were the lucky winners. Since we're out of options, we've decided to go native and live out our lives in Draconis 3. Hopefully, one day our records will be found, and the people of Station K-13 will be remembered.
Let's see if we can't bring those people up.
Rule of acquisition 431.
Unfortunately, I suppose it depends on
Let the mercenaries handle it.
have the stasis pods kept their power this long.
Crime is trespassing. The sentence is death.
this facility for this area of space?
Looks like it's welcome to the loading screen.
I see you took out the
And it
numbers
depends.
from my station.
I'll give it to you once we've sorted this bit and finished the recording.
Otherwise, I might have to take possession of that pretty ship of yours.
Did he just try to take my ship? I think I just turned on. He's on board
Quite an
with everything
adventure.
that's going on in
I
London.
knew Marjorie was greedy and treacherous, but I never thought he was willing to kill to get what he wants. In spite of that, I feel like we've learned so much out here, and for the better. Indeed. I'd say our first flight was a success. Now we need to share our discoveries with everyone back home. I hope today's events will convince my people of the continued need to explore and to be part of the galactic community. That...
Mission accomplished. Space station to rebuild and repurpose for exploration in this area of space. And the Lucari are happy.
I'm happy to hear the Lucari handled their first experience with space exploration well. There's talk of their desire to join the Federation, and from what I'm seeing, they'd be fine members. The mystery of Station K-13 has been solved, although the past violation of the Prime Directive by some of its personnel is a concern. Hopefully the crew preserved in stasis pods will be able to shed a little more light on that situation. Finally, this news of a Zenkethi protomatter weapon is disturbing. I'll be looking into it from all angles, diplomatic and military in particular. We've fought a war with them before, and I'd prefer avoiding another now.
Cool. I'm going to take the Norsican Disruptor 2 direction. I might redo this mission to get the rest of the loot and a full set of those disruptors. They look pretty nice. Because at some point, guys, I am going to have to get a disruptor build game for this. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, perhaps consider giving us a like, maybe a comment, or just want to say hi. If you want to play Star Trek Online, feel free to drop us a message. And we'll either give you a hand or you can join the fleet and get some of the bonuses. But from me and Drake, ta-ta.